If you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, if you feel anxious and exhausted and overworked, and like if you don't step up to do the thing, no one else is going to do it, then chances are you really want to watch this video because you're most likely in the pattern of being over-responsible. Welcome to the Unapologetically Authentic Leadership channel. My name is Brooke Bernard and I am a transformational leadership coach. I work one-on-one with clients to help them achieve their dreams and become the best version of themselves. If you're interested in working together, my contact information is in the description box below. You'll also find the free mini course that I offer to help you build your leadership skills and your confidence. So I was listening to this podcast. It's really good. It's called the Baggage Reclaim Sessions. And she was talking about this concept of being over-responsible, which is a term I'd never heard in my life. And as I was listening, I had this epiphany moment. I was like, this is me. She is talking about me. And I was thinking about all the different people in my life that this was applicable for, that this would be meaningful for and helpful to help frame who we are and why we are the way we are. People who are most likely to be over-responsible are your perfectionists, overthinkers, people pleasers, and high achievers. Which I know a lot of people who watch this channel are high achievers. And yay, high achievers! I'm a high achiever. High five! There's nothing wrong with being a high achiever. However, we do have to be very, very self-aware about what that means and how it's working for us and how it can work against us. So here's some more questions just to help you process a little bit and figure out, is this really you? And then trust me, I will definitely get to the part that I know you want to hear, which is the why is this happening and what do I do about it? We'll get there. So first, are you a person that thinks about yourself as being smart and conscientious? I am. Definitely. Next question. Do you struggle with asking for help? That's been something I've been working on like my entire life. And this one may feel like it fits more for some than others, but here it is. Do you feel like you helped to raise your siblings, or maybe help to parent your parent? When you have a moment to yourself to think about your life, do you sometimes feel lost, like you don't really know who you are? Do you worry about being a burden to others? Do you ever find yourself owning or taking responsibility for other people's feelings, behavior? Do you ever find yourself deprioritizing your needs, your feelings, your expectations, your opinions? Where you try to move through life as if you don't have any needs, as if you don't need anything from anyone else, which makes you super easy to be around, right? So over-responsibility is really the excess responsibility we take on for other people, while typically being under-responsible for ourselves. The topic of over-responsibility is pretty heavy. Like I said, it was a light bulb moment for me, and I am someone who has spent decades trying to understand other people and definitely trying to be aware of myself. And yet, this just kind of wrapped up everything about who I am as far as what I struggle with in relationships. So in those moments when we are diving in to really challenging topics, or those kind of conversations that will become aha moments, I think it's important just to say self-care is really important. It's not a cliche, it's not a throwaway idea, it is real. And we all have to figure out what feels best for us. And you know that I'm a person who really values my morning routine. To me, having a good routine means that you are going to own your day. You are going to feel empowered. You are going to feel like you have more control over your life. And I'll link the video that I did about that a couple of months ago at this point. But I've recently made a change to my morning routine that I wanted to share with you all. I've integrated a mental performance shot. It's from a company called Magic Mind. I drink it after I have my morning coffee. It's a very easy addition to my morning routine. It gives me this really nice boost of calm energy and helps me feel more productive as I move through my day. And Magic Mind was a brand that was totally new to me. I found out about them because they reached out. They asked if I wanted to try their product. I said yes, because I'm always curious about new healthy things I can integrate into my routine. They sent me a box of their mental performance shots and invited me to participate in their 7-day challenge. And they do the 7-day challenge because the product's benefits build over time, and that gives you enough time to really experience how your body is changing, how your mood is changing, how your energy levels are changing. It's really a great test of what they claim the product can do. And I learned that my favorite way to drink it is mixed into a glass of almond milk and ice. Over 10 years of research went into this product. It's 100% safe. It's been validated by doctors. They use organic mushrooms, the highest quality matcha. It has a time-release caffeine. You feel less stressed, and it doesn't interfere with your sleep. Because I really enjoyed the product, I wanted to partner with Magic Mind and get you all a discount code. The Magic Mind has offered me the code UAL20, which I'll have in the description box below. And that code is good for 48% off your first subscription. And that offer is good for 10 days after this video posts. So where does this sense of over-responsibility come from? Well, it's a learned behavior from childhood. We're trying to be helpful, useful, good within our family unit. That's happening for two reasons. The first is that we are seeking attention, love, approval. And the second is our attempt to minimize or eliminate conflict and rejection. And this becomes a pattern that we carry into adulthood. It influences how we interact with our family, with our friends, with our partners, in our work relationships, with colleagues, with direct reports, with our supervisors. We basically attempt to not be a burden, to be viewed as easygoing, low maintenance. We don't rock the boat. We don't want to be viewed as asking for too much. And we want to be known as fixers. We want to fix things. So as you're listening to this, are you also feeling like you can identify with this, that you can relate? Because even the word fixer, every place I've ever worked, I think my leadership, my colleagues have relied on me to be a fixer. And I have rose to the occasion. I take pleasure in being able to fix things, to find solutions, to find answers that are going to work for all the different parties involved. I pride myself on being able to meet everyone's needs. I am definitely over-responsible, which causes me to overfunction in those relationships. And by overfunction, I mean when you are over-responsible, you take responsibility for the success of the relationship. Instead of both people being equally responsible for the success of your relationship, you, as someone who's over-responsible, tend to just assume all the responsibility for it, which is not healthy or positive for you. It might be working great for others, but definitely for you, it is not beneficial because of the things that we discussed earlier. Feeling anxious, feeling exhausted, feeling overworked, like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Yep. The weight of the world shouldn't be on any one person's shoulders, and especially not in a relationship. Relationships require work from both people. We do it when we need someone to show up for us in a specific way, and we know that they can't do it. It's in those moments where we're like, okay, I don't think you can do this, so I'm going to do it for both of us. No, not the way that's supposed to work. And yet, I can think of several examples from my life, work, friends, men I've dated. Yeah. And the reason that we need our relationships to be successful, that we need those interactions, those exchanges to be successful, is because somewhere in our minds we believe if our relationships aren't successful, that that's a reflection on us, that we have somehow failed, or that we were not enough. And as someone who always thought that I had really good self-esteem and that I didn't struggle with that concept of not being enough, I'm realizing that these behaviors are stemming from this fear of not being enough. So it just goes to show that even when you think you know yourself well, there's always more to learn. Not just knowing what we do, but why we do it. And I hope that some of you are learning right along with me and feeling like, yeah, this is me. I can relate. Oh my God, I didn't know. Yeah, behaviors like constantly putting everyone else's needs ahead of your own, or having impossibly high standards for yourself, or constantly trying to anticipate the feelings and reactions of the people around you. All of these are behaviors of people who are over responsible. Because as it turns out, we are trying to be perfect to make up for something that we aren't getting from somebody. Because some part of us believes that if we are perfect, maybe we can fix that other person too. The end result is we end up carrying everyone else's burdens. Our self-belief is diminished. We are stretched way too thin. We tolerate relationships that are not adding value to our lives, and we tend to tolerate situations that are unhealthy, like toxic work environments or horrible bosses. And now that we're aware, we can make the choice to start directing that same level of care toward ourselves. We're now empowered to set new boundaries that help us to put our needs first. This doesn't mean that you're going to turn into some selfish monster. It just means that you are going to be able to live a life where you don't feel tired all the time, where you're not anxious all the time, where you don't feel like everything is on you all the time. Maybe you're a little more rested and have a little more perspective and can find peace wherever you are because the inside of your head isn't so busy, overwhelmed, and chaotic. We weren't meant to carry the weight of the world. We weren't meant to be responsible for everyone else's feelings, only our own. And that's what everyone is responsible for, managing their own emotions in a healthy way. If we all did that, the world would be an exceptionally different place. And you can't change the world, but you can change yourself. And this will improve the quality of your life. So remember to check in with yourself as you're making this change. If you need some solidarity, let me know in the comments. And remind yourself that it is okay to take a break. And if you need more support around this, I have plenty of other videos that are all about how to take care of yourself. Whether it's your morning routine or saying no or keeping promises to yourself. There's so many things that we can do to love the life that we have because we love ourselves. And you have to be good with yourself before you can be good with anyone else. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It really helps my channel. And if you are subscribed and you have not rang the notification bell yet, please take a moment to ring the bell so you can see my content as soon as it comes out. And as a final reminder, you have 10 days to use the code UAL20 to get up to 48% off your first subscription of Magic Mind. I'll have the full link listed below. It is www.magicmind.com/UAL20. So until next time, stay true to yourself, lead with purpose. And thank you for watching.